Hey guys, Mr. SlinkyPix here, back with another vanning adventure. We've got this 1979 Ford E150 that's been sitting since 2008, and follow along with me as I get it back to hit the road. The original owners own a farm just outside Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You can see how the city is overtaking the land just behind the farm. From the time that the owners purchased the farm, the van was always stored in the garage just in front of the van. When they bought a new camper in 2008, the van was parked outside with just 89,000 kilometers on the odometer. So we're just towing it out right now. Kind of had an issue with the tow truck getting stuck, but that was fixed pretty quick. So now we're just dragging it. Hopefully we get out good. Kind of a steep corner, so we're a little bit concerned that something might happen, but all in all we should be good. Got a ways to go, but we still made quite a bit of progress, even though it doesn't really look like much. Still a lot of progress compared to what it's had in the last few years. So, hopefully we're able to get out. Seems to just be sliding right now, though, sadly. We just got the signal that moving the tow truck forward. Let's see, does it get stuck? Nope. Well, he's sliding, that's for sure. He's a little more stuck than want to be, I guess. But we should be good. Just roll all the way. We'll catch you when it gets back on to the truck. It's fun seeing an old van pulled from a field and brought back to life. I'm excited to see what I can make of this one. We're just about to see if the van can fit in our garage with the tow truck still, towing it. We're going to be working on this van for the next little bit, so we want it to be in a good enclosed area for us.
Couple more inches. Good.
So we got the rods holding it in away from the wheels. Now we're just pulling the handling bar out. Seems to be pretty good. The first step in the van's revival was to clean and flush the fuel system. I drained and washed the inside of the tank. Then I undercoated it and blew out the steel fuel lines prior to replacing all the rubber fuel lines. Due to the fact that the van was off the road for 13 years, the fuel had gone bad and smelled awful. I'm learning to have a lot of respect for fuel stabilizers. As you could see when the tow truck pulled the van out, the front brake calipers had seized. I changed them both out and replaced the pads at the same time. It was my first time bleeding brakes. The old wheels had been put on just to store the van. I bought a set of Ford 8-spokes online, repainted them, and polished the beauty rings. My 5-year-old brother wanted to help me out in the garage. Let's see what he thinks of the van.
You know, this new fan actually is not working, so we gotta fix it, and also the fridge in the blue van and fix the blue van, then we can drive it and we cannot drive it.
So since the van has been sitting since 2008, I decided to take out the radiator to flush it and flush the cooling system as well. And the thermostat wasn't opening either, so I had to replace that anyway. So since it's all completely torn apart, I'm replacing the water pump. It didn't seem like there was any issues with it, but it could go at any time just because it's that old. So it's easy access, may as well. So we're replacing the water pump. Since many brackets, parts, and hardware were off the engine, I decided to repaint them to freshen everything up. Next up was the valve cover gaskets. They seemed okay, but they often leak, and I wanted to experience changing them out. It all makes for a better end result. The van has a 351 engine with a 2-barrel carb. Once the parts were back on and a fresh oil change was done, it was ready to fire. The van runs great, and I was very satisfied with my accomplishment. Now that I was done with the mechanical refresh, it was time to focus on the interior. The other van that you may have seen in my other videos is an old show van from the 70s. It is a brown interior with the same brown carpeting that happened to be in this Ford van. I decided to keep the brown carpeting to make floor mats for my van. We have a ton of blue carpeting here that I felt would look better in this van anyway. I've done different types of flooring during property renovations, but this was my first time doing carpet. I also steam cleaned all of the fabric and used vinyl treatment on the walls and headliner. I love how this interior looks. With the mechanical and interior done, next up was the outside. Since the van had spent several years outdoors, the nearly all original paint had oxidized and needed some love. The body's in great shape overall, but it would be a shame to ruin the patina that has developed during this van's life. After the oxidation was removed and a fresh coat of wax applied, this van is ready to hit the cruise night or campground in style. I really like the wheels on this van. They suit it perfectly. It's been a fun project, and I've learned a lot about vehicle restoration. But remember, I'm only 14, so for this, I'm very impressed with how well it turned out. And if you enjoyed this too, well, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more van videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.